Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can design a landing page in Figma like this. So at the top we have navigation and then we have this hero section. So after that we have our services section and then portfolio. After portfolio we have our feature section and then our team section. After that we have this testimonial section. So and then we have our clients, and finally we have our contactor section. So that's it, and finally footer. So yeah, let's design this exactly like we did in our finished project in Figma. So yeah, let's get started. First thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this top frame. I'm gonna rename it to website, and I'm going to select this grid, and this is going to be the column, and there will be 12 column. The margin is going to be 148, and the space between these column is going to be 32. I'm gonna select this grid and add to my style. So this I'm gonna call it to grid. Okay, so let's create our hero section. So as you can see, we have this hero section. So I'm gonna select a frame, I'm gonna drag it like this. Okay, the height is going to be 780. I'm gonna select this frame, I'm gonna rename it to hero. Select this fill color and select this image. I'm going to select the hero image. Okay, and then I'm going to create an overlay on the top of hero. Yep, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this color that I have used in the finished project. So I'm gonna select this rectangle, I'm gonna paste this color. Oops, I think I didn't copy. I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna save it to my style. This is going to be secondary color. I'm gonna copy this one, duplicate this. Fill color is going to be this primary. I'm gonna call it to select this one and then this one, primary. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this rectangle and select this secondary color, detach that, and make the opacity to 90%. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna say we are okay. So the font that I use is Lato. So for the title font size, the font case is going to be uppercase, and for the heading one, this is going to be 48. I'm gonna add to my style. This is going to be H1, I guess. So the color is going to be white. Also I'm gonna save this to my color style. It's going to be white. So for the dummy text, I use this Lepsum site. So I'm gonna copy this text, select this text, paste it, and the color is going to be white. Detach that, and font size is going to be 22, and the case is going to be none. Make it center, and the font weight is going to be regular. The line height is going to be 150%. Okay, and I am going to save it to my style. This is going to be the lead. Okay, okay, so what I'm gonna do next is going to create this button. So select a frame and drag it like this. Select text. This is going to be portfolio. Text is going to be white, and select this frame, make it auto layout by holding shift and then pressing A. So this is now auto layout. So padding top is going to be 14 and left and right is going to be 38. Okay, so the font weight is going to be 14. It's going to be uppercase, and this is going to be bold. Going to be auto. I'm gonna rename it to button. Fill color is going to be primary. Yep. So the text is going to be 16. Sorry, not that. I'm gonna copy it. Gonna paste it right here. 16 150 regular. Okay, so I'm gonna add to my color style. This is going to be body. The text space between this is going to be 16, and the button, and this is going to be 32. I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna make it a group. I'm gonna call it content and make it to the center horizontally and vertically. That's it. So yeah, let's create this navigation now. So hero section is completed. So now I'm gonna select this frame and I'm gonna drag it like this. Okay, it's going to be 120. Select this text. I'm gonna call it agency. So the font size is going to be 28. Text is going to be the left. Agency. Color is going to be white, and let me just remove this grid from the main website. I'm gonna rename it to nav bar and I apply this grid to this nav bar. Okay, this is going to be vertically center, and the constraint is going to be center top. So why I did this? Because when I drag it navigation bar like this, so that text is going to be remain in the center, so that's why I make it to the center. Okay, so that's it for the navigation. So also I'm gonna add this text to my text style. This is going to be h3. Okay, so let's create this navigation link: home, services, portfolio. Select this text. This is going to be home. Text is going to be white, and it's going to be for 12, I guess. This is going to be 14. Sorry, not 12. Bold. This is going. I'm gonna rename it to nav link. Holding shift and then press A. I'm gonna remove this padding. Okay, this is going to be nav bar nav. I'm gonna duplicate this one. This is going to be home. services, portfolio, team. This is going to be folio. Duplicate, this is going to be team. Again duplicate, and this is going to be testimonial. Testimonial and contact. Select this frame, and the space between these items is going to be 20. Oops, it's 20. This is also going, the constraint for this is also going to be the center. So yep, that's it. I'm gonna remove this grid. So as you can see, we have our hero section is ready. So now what I'm going to design this services section. So select this website, I'm going to drag it to the bottom. I'm going to select this text. This is going to be our services, H1, and the color is going to be the secondary color. I'm gonna draw a line like this, 180, and I'm gonna reduce the opacity to 10%. Yup, that's it. So I'm gonna select this line and this text and make it auto layout and make the content to center. Yup, just like this. I'm gonna rename it to intro. It's going to be 32. So yeah, that's it. So what I'm gonna design next is going to be the services section. So for that, I'm going to go, you can open a file by place image, so Ctrl+Shift+K. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna select this icon. Size is going to be 48, and the color is going to be the primary color, this one. And let me just select this text. This is going to be service. Font color is going to be the primary, and font size is going to be 18. Okay, and I'm going to save it to my style. This is going to be H6. Okay, select I'm going to copy this text. I'm gonna paste it right here. It's going to be the body color. So I'm gonna select this color, and I'm going to save it to my style. This is going to be our body color. So yep, that's it. I'm gonna drag it like this. So as you can see, we have, okay, so I'm going to select this and this is going to be, I'm gonna group it. This is going to be icon. Yeah, icon. This is going to be paragraph. Yeah, description. So I'm gonna select these and make it auto layout. The top space is going to be 24. The space between the icon and the text and the paragraph is going to be 24, and the icon and the title is going to be 16. Okay, I'm going to rename it to service. So let me turn on the grid. This is going to cover 4 columns. So as you can see, the text is not responding accordingly when I just drag it to the left and right. So let's fix that. Select this text and make it to fill container. So now you will see, there we go. So it is now responsive. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna duplicate this by Control D, or you can hold and drag it. Sorry, not Control, you can hold Alt and then drag it. I'm going to change this icon. So I'm going to select, hold Control, and then by pressing Shift and then press K, this is gonna open a file image. So it's going to be this one, 48, and this color is going to be the primary color. So I'm gonna select this one, and inside this icon, oops, so yeah, my bad, I'm gonna delete this one for now in this services. So make sure this one is also auto layout. So by holding Shift and then pressing A, and it is going to be center vertically. So yep, that's it. So now I'm gonna again duplicate this. Okay, open a file, height and width is going to be 48, and the color, sorry, the color is going to be the primary color. So now select that, and inside this icon I'm gonna drag it like this. So I'm gonna delete this trophy and select this text, and then you can press the right arrow. So there you go. So I'm gonna do this for all of these. So I did for all of these, I changed the icon for everyone. So I'm gonna select all of these and then click on these icons, on that icon, sorry. So the horizontal space is going to be 32 and the vertically is going to be 64. That's it. So I'm gonna select all these and I'm gonna group it. I'm gonna call it services. Okay, select these two, and the space from the title and the section is going to be 80. Yep, that's it. So I'm gonna select this two and I'm gonna make it a frame. I'm gonna call it services section. Okay, yep, that's it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open an image. It's going to be p1 and the width is going, so as you can see we have 3 columns. So I'm gonna make it 1440 divided by 3. I'm gonna drag it like this. Okay, I'm gonna select a frame and I'm going to drag it like this. Yeah, just like this. The fill color is going to be this, and opacity for this is going to be 90. Okay, This is going to be the project title. It's going to be white. I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna select the caption text. Yep, just like this. Select both of these and make it auto layout. The space is going to be 12. Yep, just like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it to the left and align to the bottom. This is going to be 40 from the left side and 40 space is going to be from the bottom as well. So yep, that's it for the portfolio. I'm gonna rename it to portfolio. Oops, this is going to be overlay, sorry. Select both of these and make it a frame. I'm gonna call it portfolio item. I'm gonna duplicate this one. I'm gonna drag it like this. So I don't need overlay for this. I'm gonna delete the overlay. I'm gonna change the image. Again, I'm gonna duplicate this one. This is going to be the left. I'm going to select image and I'm gonna replace this image. P3. Wait. This will gonna go here. Again, I'm gonna duplicate this one. It's going to be V4. I'm gonna duplicate this one. Select all these portfolio section. So as you can see, we have no space from horizontally and no space vertically, so that's what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna make it a frame. I'm gonna call it portfolio section. So what I'm gonna do, the navigation is going to be the top of this section. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select hero section and all these section. So you can click on the hero section and by holding shift and then by clicking this one, so it will gonna select all of these. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to make it tidy up. Space is going to be 160 between these items, so 160. Yep, it's like this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag it like this and I'm gonna create this feature section. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this one, I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna drag it like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace this icon with the other one. So I'm gonna open a file. Yep, this one. The size is going to be 22. Make it auto layout. Okay, it's going to be icon. This is going to be 32 by 32 and make it to the center. fill color is going to be the primary and the icon color is going to be white. Border radius is going to be 100. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rename it to feature. Inside this feature, I'm gonna drag this icon check into this icon, and I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna move it to the left side, as we did it in this services section. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate it by holding Control and then pressing D. Let's duplicate it. Again, I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna duplicate it again. I'm gonna move it to the left side. Okay, I'm gonna select all these features icons and click on this 32 and 62, 64. Okay, so that's it for the feature. I'm gonna select this frame. I'm gonna call it feature section, and the space is going to be 160. Yep, just like this. Now let's design our team section. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open a file. So as you can see, we have 4 columns. So I'm gonna this is going to be cover 4 column, 1440 divided by 4. Okay, so I'm gonna call it John Doe. Yep, and I'm gonna drag it like this. This is going to be H6. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this one. Oops, I'm gonna duplicate this one. He is web designer, and the text style is going to be this caption. Okay, so as you can see, we have this social links icon. So what I'm gonna do, again, I'm gonna open a file. I'm gonna select Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna open all these. Okay, so as you can see, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this one, all of these, and make it auto layout. It's going to be center. Space is going to be 12, I guess. Yep, I'm gonna drag it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna select this title and I'm gonna make it also auto layout. It's going to be 4. What I'm gonna do is going to be select this one and also make it auto layout. It's going to be center. Okay, and the space is going to be 16, I guess. Make it 22. 16 is okay, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna select these and make it auto layout also. This is going to be the center, and this is going to be the fixed, and the space between the item is going to be 0 inside this frame. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this. Let me just call it info and make it to fill container. Okay, the top padding is going to be 30 and the bottom is going to be also 30. Okay, and the fill color is going to be the primary color, and this I'm gonna select this info, and selection color is going to be white. Yep, just like this. Okay, I'm gonna call it team member. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm gonna replace this image by this one and detach this, and this is going to be the primary 2, which is going to be a bit darker. Okay, just like this. I'm gonna save it to my style. This is going to be primary 2, and just for now let me just hide this grid. Again, I'm gonna select this one and I'm gonna drag it like this. Okay, I'm gonna select this image. It's going to be team 3. You can rename this title and what he is, so I will leave that up to you. So if you want to do it, so you can do it. I'm going to duplicate this one, and this is going to be the right. Okay, I'm going to select this image and replace it. It's going to be the team 4. Yeah, that's it for the team section. So I'm going to select all these and I'm going to make it a frame. Team section, and drag it this, and the space between this section is going to be 160. Okay, I'm gonna drag it like this. So now let's create this this testimonial section. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this text, I'm gonna paste it right here, and the size for the text is going to be 22. It's going to be the body, italic, make it italic. 150% is going to be the height. I'm gonna call it John Doe. Primary, and the text style is going to be H6. I'm gonna duplicate. It's going to be caption. Select this one and make it auto layout. The space is going to be 4 between the items, and make it to the center. So yeah, just like this. So I'm gonna select an ellipse and I'm gonna drag it by holding shift. So as you can see, it is going to maintain the width and height by holding shift, so you can drag it like this. This is gonna go in the center. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this image, I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna paste it inside. So how you can do that, let me just show you again. Select this image, click on this, and then hit Ctrl C. It's going to copy, and I'm gonna paste it inside this circle. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this background now. It's going to be 90. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this one. It's going to be 75, I guess. And the opacity is going to be 75 as well. I'm gonna select another image, so I'm gonna select this one, click on this, copy, and select this, and again I'm gonna paste it by Control V. So I'm gonna remove that one. This is going to be 75 opacity. Let's just make it 60. So yeah, 60 is good enough. Again I'm gonna duplicate and make it to the left. I'm gonna select this one this time, hit Control C, and select this one and paste it. I'm gonna rename the other one, and the opacity is going to be 60. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open a file and select star fill and this one. I'm gonna duplicate this one again and again. I'm gonna select all these and make it auto layout. The space is going to be 4. Make it to the center, and the color is going to be the primary. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna select this and this. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this text. It's going to be stars. I'm gonna rename it to stars. Stars, and this is going to be I'm gonna select all these and make it auto layout and make and changes from hug content to fixed. It's going to be center, and I'm gonna okay, so the space between these item is going to be 32. Yep, I'm gonna, so as you can see the text is not responding. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this text and make it to fill container. So as you can see, now it is working. Okay, I'm gonna delete some text for now. So yep, that's it. So this is going to be testimonial testimonial section, and the space is going to be 160. Okay, yep, and now let's design this our client section. So I'm gonna select a frame. I'm going to drag it like this. Okay, and the fill is going to be completely black and reduce the opacity to 5%. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open file. I'm gonna select all these logos and I'm gonna place it inside this. Okay, so by holding shift and then press A, make it auto layout. Space between these is going to be 32 and make it to the center, and the constraint for this is going to be center as well. So yep, So as you can see, these logos will be remain in the center when I drag it horizontally. Yep, that's it. Okay, so that's it for the logo. It's going to be client section. Okay, so now design this contactor section. So I'm gonna drag this intro and duplicate this, and I'm gonna drag it like this. It's going to be center. Okay, it's going to be center. I'm gonna rename it to get in touch. So we has this image on the left side and a form on the right side. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn on the grid. Okay, I'm gonna select a rectangle. This is going to cover 5 column space on the desktop. So yep, I'm gonna increase the height a bit, just like this. So I'm gonna select this and go to image. I'm gonna place image, select this image, and there you go. Okay, so the next thing is going to let's create this form. So what I'm gonna do, this is going to be enter email, enter your name, sorry. So it's going to be enter your name. It's going to be the body. It's going to be caption. So now I'm gonna select a frame. I'm gonna drag it like this. So let's see the height of this button. So 45. Make it also 45. So this is going to be 45. It's going to be form control. Let's say enter your name. It's going to be body style, and the color is going to be the body as well. So I'm gonna give it a border. So select stroke and reduce the opacity to like yeah, it is looking cool. So there will be a gap, so like this. So one column space gap between the image and the form. So yep, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the grid for now, and this is going to be 12. Oops, the text is going to be 12 pixel, I think 16 pixel from the left side. Okay, it's going to enter name. The space between that label and the form is going to be this is going to be 16 as well. Okay, looking good. So I'm gonna select this and this one and make it a group. I'm gonna call it input group. I'm gonna duplicate this. This is going to be email. This is going to be the last one, is going to be this text area. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this. $16. Height is going to be 14 for this one. So yep, that's it. Yeah, this is going to be enter MESSAG, enter message. Okay, enter your message. So this is going to be so yeah, that's it for the form. So let me just select this button, and I'm going to duplicate by Control D. I'm going to drag it to this form. I'm gonna zoom it a bit. So select all of these and click on the tidy up. It's going to be 32. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna make it a group. I'm gonna call it form. So now select this image and this one and click on this align vertically center. That's it. I'm gonna select both of these and make it a frame. I'm gonna call it contact us. Select this one and this one and make it a frame once again, and the space between this is going to be 80. This is going to be contact section, and the space is going to be 160. So now let's design this call to action and footer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag it like this, select a frame, gonna drag it like this. Okay, the fill color is going to be the secondary color, and it says let's build something great. So I'm gonna select this text, say let's color is going to be white, and it's going to be 36. I'm gonna save it to, this is going to be H2. I'm gonna save it to my style. Again, so let me just rename this text to send message. I'm gonna call it contact. I'm gonna duplicate this button. I'm gonna drag it in this box, select both of these and make it to, let me turn on the grid on this one. Okay, Select both of these and make it group. Make it center horizontally and vertically, and the constraint for this is also going to be the center. I'm gonna call it CTA section, or call it CTA. Okay, so now let's design this first section. So turn on the grid for now. What I'm gonna do, layout grid. I'm gonna call it agency. This is going to be our logo. The font size, the font color is going to be secondary, and the font size is going to be H3. Yep. I'm gonna copy this text. Copy. And I'm gonna paste it right here. Body color, and the text is going to be the body. Oops. It's going to be the body. I'm gonna reduce the width. It's going to be 24. And let me just grab these social icons. Control D, and I'm gonna drag it to the bottom. The color is going to be body color. So yep, that's it. Okay, where are this? Oh yeah, here it is. I'm gonna select all these and make it auto layout. It's going to be 24. Yup, this is for this section. So now let's design this other section. I'm gonna select a text. Is going to be lengths. Color is going to be secondary, and the text style is going to be 18. Let's go navigation. So let me just rename it and call it navigation. Services, our blog. Services. Services, duplicate it. I'm gonna select both of these and make it auto layout. So yeah, 16, and lengths. Our work, duplicate it. It's going to be team, and it's going to be contact. Select both of these and make it to the left and also make it auto layout. So this one is going to cover the 3 column. Yep, it's going to cover 2 column. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate it again. It's going to be template info. I'm gonna call it, this is going to be okay. So I'm gonna delete this last one. So that's it. So let me just design this contactor section. I'm gonna duplicate this one. Oops. What? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna copy this contact us section. Really, really, really. I'm gonna paste it. And the style for this is going to be the body style. Okay, so I'm copying this from the finished project. So I'm gonna select all these links, make it to the top, and I'm going to select a frame. This is going to be footer top, and let me just grab this text from the finished project, and I'm gonna just paste it here. Okay, so I'm gonna paste it right here. So I'm gonna select these two. So make it auto layout. Okay, so the text is going to be make sure the width is going to be fixed 1144. Also make it auto layout and the width make it the weight to 1144. Okay, so let me turn off the grid. So we have this divider, so let me just make that divider. I'm gonna select this line and I'm gonna drag it like this, okay, and reduce the opacity to pi%. Yeah, 10%. Okay, so this is going to be the divider. I'm gonna rename it to footer bottom. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select all of these and make it auto layout. Okay, the content is going to be the center. Space between these item is going to be 64. Padding is also going to be 64 on the footer bottom. So this is going to be not 64. Let me just reduce it to 44 to be 44. Okay, so the top padding is going to be 120 of the footer. To be 0. So we finished the project. So as you can see, so let me just preview this. You can select this website, and by clicking on this present, so this will going to present. So as you can see, this is looking great now. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video, and thank you for watching, and yep, see you in the next video.